Some stories don't need words, they live in the silence between footsteps, in the eyes that wait, in the heart that refuses to forget. This is the story of Hachiko, the dog who waited. Not for days. Not for months. But for 10 long years. A story so pure, it melts even the coldest hearts. A story that reminds us what true love and eternal loyalty really mean. The beginning of a beautiful friendship. It all began in 1924, in Tokyo, Japan. A kind-hearted professor, Hidezaburo Ueno, adopted a small Akita puppy. He named him Hachiko, Hachi, meaning 8, a number that symbolizes good fortune. From the very first day, the bond between the two was unbreakable. Hachiko followed the professor everywhere, from the garden, to the classroom gate, to the Shibuya train station. Every morning, he would walk beside his owner, tail wagging, ears perked, as the professor boarded the train to work. And every evening, Hachiko would be right there, waiting at the station's exit, eyes scanning the crowd, heart pounding with joy the moment he saw his friend's familiar face. Day after day. Rain or shine. A ritual of love and loyalty. The day everything changed, but one day, that rhythm broke. On a warm May afternoon in 1925, the professor went to work as usual. He smiled at Hachiko, patted his head, and said goodbye. Hachiko, not knowing it was their last goodbye, wagged his tail and watched the train pull away. Hours passed. Evening came. Hachiko waited, as he always did, by the station gate. The train arrived. Passengers poured out. But the professor never returned. He had suffered a sudden brain hemorrhage at work, and passed away. That night, Hachiko stayed by the station, confused, waiting, hoping. The next morning, he returned again. And the next. And the next. Every single day, he waited, for a man who would never come back. Days turned into months, months into years. Still, he waited. Through the burning summers. Through the freezing winters, when snow covered the station steps and the cold bit into his pores. Hachiko sat there, silent, patient, loyal. His eyes searching the crowd, his ears lifting at every whistle of a train, only to fall again, disappointed. Mantelpiece clocked the town that fell in love with a dog at first. People didn't understand. They shooed him away, thinking he was just a stray. But as years passed, they began to notice, this wasn't just a dog waiting for food or shelter. He was waiting for someone. Shopkeepers began feeding him. Commuters stopped to pat his head. Children would bring him leftovers. And slowly, Hachiko became Shibuya's soul. Every evening at 5 p.m., the town would quietly look toward the station gate, and there he was, sitting in the same spot, tail curled, eyes fixed on the train tracks, as if time itself had stopped. 10 years went by. Hachiko grew old. His fur turned white. His steps became slower. But his heart, that heart, never changed. He never stopped waiting. The final wait on a cold March morning in 1935, the people of Shibuya found Hachiko lying near the station. He had passed away quietly, in the very spot where he had waited all those years. The news spread like wildfire. The entire country mourned. Students, teachers, workers, and strangers, everyone who had seen him, who had walked past him, who had felt his silent loyalty, came to pay their respects. A statue was built at the Shibuya station, not for a soldier, not for a king, but for a dog. A bronze statue that still stands today, a reminder of the truest love this world has ever seen. And maybe, just maybe, somewhere beyond this world, when Hachiko closed his eyes that final night, he saw his master again. Standing at the station gate, smiling, arms open. After 10 years of waiting, Hachiko ran, his paws young again, his tail wagging, his heart finally at peace. And in that moment, after a decade of devotion, the man and his dog were together again. No trains. No time. No distance. Just love. Eternal, silent, and pure. Then today, thousands visit the statue of Hachiko at Shibuya Station. They leave flowers, tears, and prayers, not just for a dog, but for the meaning of loyalty itself. Because in a world where promises are broken every day, Hachiko reminds us, true love doesn't fade. True loyalty never ends. And sometimes, the most faithful heart beats inside the smallest chest. So, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who loves animals, and subscribe for more heartwarming stories that remind us, love has no species, only a heartbeat. Heart.